But we can go even further. Historians also apply principles such as the principle of embarrassment. The principle of embarrassment states that, as a general rule, dedicated followers of a religious leader don't invent embarrassing stories about their leader. If they're going to invent a story, it's going to be something positive, stories about the leader performing miracles, for instance. What this means is that it just doesn't seem very likely that a bunch of Muslims decided one day to invent a story about Muhammad delivering revelations from the devil. And if non-Muslims had invented it, Muslim scholars certainly wouldn't have passed it on as if it really happened. So it seems absurd to claim that this story was a fabrication. By far, the most plausible explanation for the data we have is that at least some historical core behind these accounts is true. We can see then why most non-Muslim scholars regard this event as indisputable.
And so the early Islamic tradition says, in my opinion, creates the story about Satan in certain verses that would have been in Surah 53, which gives praise to these three goddesses. It calls them the high-flying cranes, the birds, high-flying birds. Early Western scholars would say that the story is so injurious, that is so harmful to the reputation of Muhammad's reliability, that it must be true. Like, no one would have passed this story on. No Muslim would have passed this story on if it weren't true. That's basically the criterion of embarrassment, being a problem. Yeah. So, I think neither of those apply. They're both wrong. The story is in early Islam obviously was not seen as a problem because I think it was created to explain the verse in Surah 22. It was transmitted without a problem.
Late Harvard scholar Shahab Ahmed, unquestionably the greatest authority on the Satanic verses incident in history, translated all 50 of them in his book, Before Orthodoxy, The Satanic Verses in Early Islam.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba